Welcome to the South Plains College 7-minute mini crash course in repairing audio with Adobe Audition. In segment 1, we'll be removing unwanted frequencies using our paintbrush tool. This is an audio sample with a ringing phone in the background that we'd like to remove. Step 1 is to go to our spectral frequency display tool, which is right here. Click on that and it'll show us the frequencies of this clip from high to low. Now if we play this clip,
rooted very deeply in your DNA,
you can see that the ringing phone is actually represented by this dotted line. The way we get rid of this is by clicking on our paintbrush tool, going down, making sure our paintbrush tool is about the same size as the actual frequency we're trying to remove, simply painting over the top of it. And then if there's any more, like some harmonics up here that you need to get rid of, hold down Shift, and you can add that as well. Then simply hit Delete and hit D to deselect. Click away. Play your clip again.
rooted very deeply in your DNA.
And you'll see that we have removed the unwanted frequency using our paintbrush tool. In segment 2, we'll be removing pops or clicks that we might have in our audio. This is a voiceover that was recorded around a campfire. You can audibly hear pops from the fire.
And again, service.
The way we remove these is by going to our spectral frequency display. Now we just need to go to our spot healing brush and just draw right over the tops of the lines where we can see where those pops came in. Okay, and so for this last one, we're going to do something that's a similar way to do it, but it's with the marquee tool. I'm just going to draw a little square around the pop. I'm going to go to my favorites, do auto heal, click away from it. Now let's listen again and see if we can still hear the fire.
And again, service.
And that's how you remove pops or clicks from your audio. For segment 3, we're going to remove background noise using the DeNoise function. We already have our spectral frequency display open, and this is an audio clip of a voiceover with a loud fan in the background.
One of the things that we also do is
you can see the frequency of the fan goes pretty much all the way across. So the first thing we're going to do is make a selection where just the fan is going and not the voice. Then we're going to go to Effects, Noise Reduction Restoration, DeNoise, and we're going to have our amount set all the way to 0. Make sure it's on a loop so it keeps playing that specific section for us. And while it's playing, we're going to turn this up till we can't hear the noise of the fan anymore. And we're having to turn it up pretty loud, almost pretty much to 92%. And then we're going to hit Apply. And we'll see, if we click away, that got rid of all of that. So what we're going to do now is select the whole thing. We're going to go to Effects again, Noise Reduction, DeNoise. And it remembers your setting from before at 92%, so you can hit Apply and click away. And that removed pretty much all of the fan noise from the background.
one of the things that we also do is we're asked.
And that's how you remove background noise using the DeNoise function. For segment 4, we'll be using a noise reduction process tool to get rid of a sound that continues over your entire voiceover sample and is consistently the same. Now, this is going to be the same clip that we used from before. So the first thing that we're going to do is find a clean sample that doesn't have very much audio going over it with his voice. So let's pick that section right there. And then we're going to go to Effects, Noise Reduction Restoration, and instead of going to DeNoise, this time we're going to go to Noise Reduction Process. Now, this window is going to pop up. The first thing we're going to want is Default. And this is probably going to come up the first time you open this window. What you're going to want to do is, we've already selected a section, so you do Capture Noise Print. And this is a graph that's going to show all of the things that we're trying to adjust. So first we're going to put noise reduction all the way up to 100, and this reduced by all the way down to 1. And this is where we're going to put our settings just to listen to it the first time. So let's make sure we're on a loop, which we are, and we'll listen to this section of audio over and over, and we'll try to adjust it. So we can hear that fan in the background, so we're going to bring this up until we can't hear it anymore. And I'd say that's right about there. Okay, now you might think that that's okay, but now what we need to do is we need to stop it. Now let's go up to the noise reduction, bring that down to 0, hit play again, and we can still hear some stuff back there. So we're going to reduce this one and put it to just the highest settings we need. We don't need it all the way at 100. We need it at about 93-ish. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do is go under our advanced settings. We're going to change this precision, I'm going to stop that. You're going to change this precision factor all the way up to 32. And then what we're going to do is unselect where we were in here, so it picks the whole entire clip, not just that section. We're going to hit Apply, and if you notice, it takes out everything, and if we play it,
One of the things that we also do is
we have a clean background now that has reduced the noise across the entire clip. Segment 5 is how to remove reverb. The following audio clip was done in a large room with the speaker far away from the microphone.
And I think it does start at the top. It's that networking piece, because
the easiest way to remove reverb is to go to your effects rack, Side menu, noise reduction restoration, and D reverb. Make sure you're on default and auto gain, and put your setting all the way down to 0 to start with. Go ahead and start your audio.
When you network with
And
the
adjust your
executives
slider
at the
till you
top,
can't hear
they're
the
the ones that are
reverb
going to be
anymore.
the key influential stakeholders and decision makers for those organizations.
I'd say it's right about
so
there.
we can start at the top.
You
bring
can also
those
toggle
top
on and off
leaderships
to so
into
you can hear the
Project
difference
Reload
between your
so
two
that
settings.
They can collaborate together with some of the veterans that are going to be here.
Then just hit stop and close, and it's adjusted your entire reverb. Segment 6, removing a specific sound from an audio clip. This is our ringing phone clip again. If we wanted to remove all the rings at the same time, there is a shortcut for this. First, go over the top of the section of the sound you want to remove. Then use your paintbrush tool to pick the sound. Then go to Effects, Noise Reduction Restoration, Sound Remover Process. Have it on default, Learn Sound Model. Click away from your example and hit Apply. And if we zoom out, we can see that we've removed the ringing phone.
And you get that emotional bond with people.
Segment 7, repairing clipped audio. When recording levels are too high, flat tops occur on our audio waves. The easiest way to fix this is with Effects, Diagnostics, and the declipper process. This will open up our diagnostics panel here. Now we have a lot of headroom on ours, but if we didn't, we could go to Settings, and we could adjust our tolerance, which tells our program how much variation to use, but you want to keep this as low as possible. We want to turn on our auto gain if it's not on already, so we don't lose too much volume. And for our interpolation setting, cubic is usually fine, but if you have heavy clipping, you might want to turn it to FFT, and then turn up your FFT size as high as possible. Then all you need to do is click off of Settings again, and hit Repair All, and this should fix all of your peak problems. Come back next Friday for another 7-minute mini crash course brought to you by South Plains College, where dreams precede realities.